Good morning. Happy Monday to any of you that are watching this right now on Monday. I'm recording this Monday. I think Monday shows are going to be a little... We'll see how this goes. What I'm going to do is Monday motivations, and maybe this is more motivation for me, but I'm going to really go through like what I'm planning to do this week, because I should have a plan of what I want to do this week, and then just talk about it and hopefully, provide some motivation for myself in doing all of that as I talk through it. So first thing on my doc, let's see. On Monday, I have a lot to do. I have an interview with an eSports org to talk about being their marketing manager. I don't think it'll be a paid opportunity, but talking with them will be really interesting. We'll see what comes of it. It was really appealing, that a marketing manager kind of position, being ahead of that and just figuring out what to do and being able to learn myself. It's a very small organization, so being able to have that challenge from bringing it from not zero, but 0 to 100 would be really, really cool, especially because I'm not a marketing pro. I feel like I know a lot and I need to execute, and I really want to execute on a lot of things that I've learned from Gary Vee and like this book right over here that I read, Crushing It. Shout out to Gary Vee, which will never watch this, but read that book. Pumped full of ideas and actions. I really want to find a place where I can kind of start that 0 to 100 for someone else, not just for my stuff. And hopefully that position will have something where I can work as a team and have people under me to kind of like, hey, this is what we need to execute. You guys are motivated. Let's do it. Because, Lola is a different beast, because not everyone's like there to make it huge, because let's be real, like, we want to enjoy what we're doing. It's not something where I can necessarily force people to grow it to something big, because that's not the commitment level that I ask for when I create a Lola, and it's just a different beast. Second thing, I'm doing a podcast. I'm really excited about it. It's an unreleased podcast with a guy, and we'll see how that goes. I really don't know what to expect going into it. I don't think I have show notes from him yet. I should double check on that. I really don't know what to expect, and hopefully I have some time to prep for it, but really, really excited. I always love doing stuff with other people, and I'll link to that podcast once I figure that out and once it gets released. Let's see. Hopefully tonight after that, I'll be recording a lane management content with Wormlex. We've been talking about this for a while, so we're just going to get on it and do it. Super excited about that. After that, or sometime throughout this week, I have to coordinate all the stuff what we're going to do with Lola. Not sure if we're going to do community games this week, because it is Valentine's Day. I don't want to take that away from anyone, especially the host, especially like Blake, because he has a wife. I will not be there because I have some meetings with like my church and stuff I'm doing there. So I might or might not show up. And plus, if I do have time, I probably should spend it with my wife. Even though Valentine's Day date for us is going to be on Thursday, I'm really excited. We're going to watch Black Panther. So I'm really, really excited about that. And we're going to like have dinner and stuff like that. That is a thing that I am going to try to stop saying, because apparently my wife says I say it way too much and I need to stop doing that and things of that nature or whatever. Anyway, besides that, on Tuesday, I have an interview with another esports organization. Hopefully that goes well. It is for a, what is the position? Community manager. So that's something that I've done, that I do well. I hope I do that well. I do that with Lola, so I think that could be interesting. Very interesting part about it, it's for games I'm not playing. It's Clash Royale, Fortnite, H1Z1, and Critical Ops, which I haven't heard of. Whoops. So I have to do my research before that. I did play a ton of Clash Royale until I got sick of it, because I hit a plateau that I never got over, and I should actually get better at the game. I think I peaked, so I need to break that, get better at the game. Got to reinstall that, start playing that. Not exactly sure if the community manager position is just for like one game, and they're hiring like a community manager for each game. That would make sense. So I don't know what to say right now when they ask what I want to be a community manager of. I'm bad at Fortnite. I'm so bad at Fortnite. I haven't played H1Z1, so that's probably not good. But maybe Clash Royale is the way to go. I really don't know what to expect, how to be a community manager for those things. As in the esports organization, I will have to. I have a lot of research still to do about the org and what I can expect from these positions. Either way, I think this is a paid opportunity, so that's really, really important because I need to. I would like to bring in some income, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. So that's on Tuesday night. Really excited about that. Really nervous about that, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Ewatch stuff. I need. Oh yeah. So then also, I kind of skipped over stuff. With Lola stuff, I still need to coordinate things. I won't be able to record on Thursday night, so I need to figure out who's going to be recording, what they're going to be talking about. I think patch 8.3, because fortunately last Thursday we weren't able to record because of internet issues. Luckily, Blake was awesome, recorded a mini-sode where he talks about his list of off-meta supports that you can pick and what his thoughts about them are. So listen to a part of that. That's really, really good. Can't wait to finish it. Coordinating with Emil Richter, who's starting to help a little bit more with video editing for the podcast, so we don't have these crappy VODs that we're just pulling off of Twitch and putting on YouTube, because we've been having some Skype issues with audio just sounding horrible. So hopefully that goes really well, and been talking to him about how to figure that out. My hair is kind of a mess. Sorry. Ewatch stuff. I don't have time to record Ewatch stuff during the evening because my evenings are just packed. So I have to figure out a way to meet with Manny during the day, which that's when we usually meet with. But also getting Rhino and another contributor that we're still kind of like, what's the word? I had to review some content. We had to review some content that is made by this contributor to see if vetting. We had to put him through a vetting process to see how he'll work with putting extra content on for Ewatch, because we want to make sure it's good content. We really want to make sure it's good content. Ewatch is something that's a passion project of mine and Manny, but at the same time, it's very strategic as we're trying to use this to build our portfolio in esports. We really want to make something really good that is made not just for our enjoyment, but our enjoyment to get us a portfolio and make us awesome in the esports industry. So we want to make Ewatch actually like big and gaining traction and really, really valuable for those that listen to it. And if we're making really valuable content, people are going to love it. Yes. So got to figure out how to do that. I want to do power rankings with Rhino. Rhino's mic sucked. Got to figure out how we're going to do that. Yeah. And then I power rankings is not, I think we want to do that weekly. So we have to figure that out. But at the same time, we still want to have like a weekly podcast where we chit chat. And that's probably just going to be me and Manny. So I have to figure out a topic. I think I have a topic. I have to talk to Manny, see when we can do that. Probably tomorrow. I'm guessing tomorrow afternoon on Tuesday. So yay. And hopefully our new contributor, after we vet him, like good content that we can use. And that could be something very independent that he will do. And maybe I'll do some video editing for that, because he'll be talking about probably we'll be just talking about like a game of the week or something like that. So really excited about that. Then I got my daily vlogs that I'm putting out, making sure I keep brainstorming some content, just documenting what I do / creating content that might be valuable for those of you that are listening. Still figuring that out. Hopefully this Monday, like what I'm going to be doing for the week and how I'm going to stay motivated. Monday motivation kind of theme to it. So I hinted at this before. Money situation. So my wife and I have been talking a lot. If you are a model, you kind of have to be in like New York, Paris, and these like big fashion hubs so you can get modeling experience, so you can network. When you go out, you meet people that are really relevant. You increase your chances of getting jobs and finding opportunities, right? If you're an actor, you go to Hollywood. And I'm sure there's tons of other examples that I could pull out of there that I'm just not aware of at this moment or just know of. But with esports, man, you have to be in Southern California. It is so important. Maybe in the future it changes. Maybe like Chicago and places in Texas and New York, like there'll be places where esports hubs like can grow outside of Santa Monica or LA. Right now, it really is in LA, especially for League of Legends esports, which is probably my specialty. Don't know if that's what I want to stay with. I do want to expand my understanding of esports and know more esports titles and the scene. But I got to move to Southern California. I think that's a plan right now, how to figure out how to do that. And part of that is the way I've planned out quitting my job and doing this stuff, which I quit my job in October, if you weren't aware. I plan financially, like, we are going to be okay. We can live off of my wife's income. This is great. If I can find an extra job, that'll make living a little bit easier. And I was bringing in maybe around $1,000 a month from Fantastic Yes, working with them and, as their community manager. That has ended. So figuring out how to supplement that. To be honest, my wife has been awesome. She's like, don't worry about it. You don't need to find a job. You don't need money. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep grinding. I'm like, oh my God, you are the best wife ever. This is awesome. And I'm glad we planned for this financially. Moving to SoCal is expensive, right? And ideally, it's like, hey, my wife finds a job out there. We get relocated out there. They pay for relocation and boom, we don't have to worry so much about money. But there's security deposits and housing costs so much. So if we find a place that's like $1,500, $2,000 a month, we probably need a month's rent for security deposit plus first month's rent. And then we have to make it till we can pay second month's rent. And hopefully my wife's paycheck comes out. Like all this stuff like that. Moving is expensive. Worst case scenario, my wife doesn't have a job. We move out there. She finds a job while we're out there because I have an opportunity out there. And we don't have like a relocation package. So I need to start saving up money to prepare for that move, which might be 6 months from now, might be a year from now, might be 2 years from now. I don't know. So I want to start looking for an income to help put money aside to prepare for a move. So I have to figure that out. That's why I'm looking for esports opportunities, and most of them are going to be volunteering. I understand that, and I'm fine with it, and I'm excited about that. But I need to figure out a way to bring in income. That might be like flipping stuff off of Craigslist and putting them on a Facebook market or eBay or stuff like that. It could be freelancing, and I've been thinking about that. Maybe I can freelance my podcasting experience to people and places. Video editing experience where I'm just like, hey, I'll video edit like your vlog, pay me like $20. Like I don't know what it is. I have to start exploring those opportunities. Hopefully this opportunity with these esports organizations maybe has some monetary compensation. Really hoping so, because that will help and not take away from my time outside of my esports grind, right? And content creation grind and community, like whatever, my career focus. Totally forgot. I had a talk with WELDON recently, and I have to do WELDON stuff this week too. Yeah, there's some RSS feed issues with the podcast that we need to fix. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, last thing. Rest. So I have had a really, really crazy month of February so far, and I have not been resting well because of that. And, it's like the thing I sacrifice first is sleep. Not a good idea, because I really can't operate on less than 7 hours of sleep a day. I can do it for 2 days, 3 days, but then 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, it just kills me. And I experienced that this weekend. I volunteered as an alumni for Asian American InterVarsity. It's a Christian organization that I was a part of in college. And, navigating as an Asian American in society in a majority white culture of America, especially in the Midwest, plus adding religion to that and faith to that, is something that I'm super, super passionate about. So volunteering for that was awesome. I started with my church in high school ministry stuff, and that started Friday. So it was like preparing for all this on Friday, then going off to the retreat, which took the whole weekend, where I got like 6 hours of sleep like every night or less. It just totally wiped me out, and I wasn't available as I wanted to be for these kids because I was just so tired. Yes, it's really, really important to grind with this stuff, but I'm being super impatient and trying to push out way too much stuff. And that's okay, but I just can't do that. I can't live that lifestyle. I don't want that lifestyle for my wife either, because I want to be a husband for her. So that's really, really important for me. I want to find time to really just rest a little bit more. So this week, even though I jam-pack all this stuff, I'm going to find time to rest, because this weekend I'm going on another a retreat with the church high school group. And I really want to be available for that and present and not exhausted and tired. So I have to find rest sometime this week. And I'm going to step back from doing so much. I'm still going to be doing a lot, but not so much. and find time for myself, find time for me and my wife, find time for my puppy, my doggy, family, friends. And that's just going to mean I have to be patient with my career goals and aspirations and just trust that things will work itself out. Yeah, so rest is going to be a huge part of my week. I slept in today. I slept like 10 hours until like my back actually hurt. It was like bothering me because I was in bed way too long. Felt really good. It was really hard to get out of bed. Had coffee. It was good. So my motivation for myself is just like, it's all good. Find rest. Work from a rested state. Don't rest from an overly exhausted working state. I really want to do that. For all of you that are on this grind, don't forget to rest. It's really important. Just because you can squeeze out a little more time, yes, that's great being efficient, but rest. Find time to rest and take care of yourself, because otherwise you're going to break down, you're going to crash, and you're going to lose that momentum that you've worked so hard to gain. Keep the momentum up. Don't grind, and then take a huge rest from it. I don't think that's healthy. Stay rested every day. Grind from your rested state. Don't rest from grinding. All right. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Just Casual Vlogs. See you guys tomorrow.